Welcome back to another episode of the No Filter Tattoo Podcast. It's your usual host today, me, Theo. Got my boy Tez.
I'm back.
Yes, sir. And my boy Bryson.
What's up?
And then today, man, before I even introduce the guest, got a shout out. Happy Mother's Day. Shout out to all the moms out there. Absolutely. You know, today, though, I'm real excited, man. We got a very special guest. Big time ATL legend. I'm going to hype you up, bro. So, one of the best black and gray artists out there. Known for your high contrast, beautiful, smooth, black and gray realism work, especially on darker skin tones. Man, shout out to Danger Dave.
Got a face for TV?
Dave Morris.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all don't follow him, go ahead, follow him. Let me hit that applause real quick.
You hear his name. You be like, I'm in danger.
Right yes, sir.
What's up, man? I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir, man. You know we got to hype you up, bro. So, thanks for coming on, bro. How you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. It's actually kind of dope to be here. Like,
It's dope having you here, bro. Like,
Hell yeah.
I don't want to
What you looking forward to?
man, but like, I'm a big fan of the pod.
man, hey, that means a lot, bro. Shoot.
We be
We a
trying,
big fan
bro.
of you, bro. So, that's dope.
I'm a pod fan in general. but
Okay.
mainly like sports.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
same,
like,
And other stuff, and then like.
you like Jeff Teague's podcast right now?
Man, that 520 podcast
Oh, yeah,
hit.
it's crazy.
I could go down an endless list, but like I feel like maybe a year ago, I discovered this like rabbit hole of tattoo podcasts,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh shit! Like, when did this happen? Like,
Right.
where has this been? So it's like maybe three that I listened
Okay.
to. Like,
What's the main
Honest
three?
Tattooer.
Yeah. I like
yeah,
Honest
Honest.
Tattoo with
Oh,
John
yeah.
Mason. Shout out to them.
This one for sure.
Appreciate that, bro.
Like for a lot of reasons, I'll get into in a second. But
You heard it here first. Danger Dave watches us.
oh no, for sure. Look, as soon as it drop, I'm there.
Hey, that means a lot, bro. Appreciate that.
What's the other one, man? It's a
What's
couple
the-
other ones that
yeah.
are like
Maybe like Eden's body or nah. I'm trying to think what
Talking about the one in California?
it's a guy in Florida.
Oh, I don't know the name, but I know what he looks like.
He has like upside down cathedral on his neck.
Oh, you talking about the
Yeah.
guy who makes all the like
The meme.
Yeah,
joints,
yeah. Yeah.
I rock with that one.
Yeah.
He's a very quiet guy off camera.
I can see that. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to
There
get
was
them
one
views, bro.
other one that they stopped doing. It was Joshua Carlton.
Yeah.
And, the dude with the,
Oh
the dude with
yeah,
the dreads.
I think he
The
got
white
into
dude with the
some
dreads. Yeah.
drama, bro. Yeah, from what I heard, bro. I ain't trying to look,
Yeah,
but
no, like
No,
you know what it
you-
reminded me of?
Let that
Yeah.
power get to the
It
head.
reminded me of Tattoo Gate.
oh yeah, what
I don't know if that.
talking about with the
The
design?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
Like, as it pertains to like pricing and like tattoo money.
That was
and
crazy.
stuff.
How do you feel? Like, do you feel like it's justifiable to charge for like a design before it even gets to the skin, or you feel like that should all be
For
factored?
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the deposit's for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
just a design
personally, no. And it's a touchy thing to even talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
I mean, if you want to go, let's go.
Let's get
Tattoo money is like such a taboo topic. Like,
Why do you feel like it's taboo?
because it's used as
Is for the audience, when we talk about tattoo money, are we talking about money, or like maybe like
I guess like
dollars off?
the process of how we charge and
Okay, all right.
yeah. I'm just talking about the
whole process.
combination of money and tattoos.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Period. Like,
Yeah.
just however that falls.
All right.
Yeah.
Because the tattoo gate, like, it's like the tattoo world is like split between people who are like money over everything, and
Right,
then
right,
it's
right.
like
Creativity.
Well,
Art.
it's not
hustle,
yeah.
hustle over everything.
Also everything. Okay.
I'm
And then
yeah.
there's creativity side too, but it's
Right.
like I'm just speaking into the way that money's treated
Okay.
Right.
in the tattoo industry. 'Cause
You
it's-
got some people that's more like corporate with it.
Yeah,
Or try to be.
100%. And to some people that feels nasty.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then to other people, they're like, no, you get your money first. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Oh,
you prioritize it.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then there's other people who it's like, nah, like I'm here for the working man type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Do you think that's like more of the context of whatever situation they're in? Because then that's why it's probably so fluid.
I think it has a lot.
It can vary, honestly. I feel like
Yeah, that's
It
it's
can
a-
vary.
It's a wavy.
it's like
situation.
During the Tattoo Gate situation, I saw a lot of artists coming out saying stuff like, "Hey, come to me and I won't overcharge you, and
Oh,
we
yeah,
do
yeah.
reasonable, and like
Okay.
I've been doing $50 tattoos forever."
Off and punch.
So
Nah.
it was definitely a lot of that, and I felt like that whole situation muddied the waters.
yeah, yeah.
In terms of like value for what you're putting out. And I mean, if we're going to talk about it, like, unfortunately, there is a segment. I wouldn't even say unfortunately, it just is what it is. It's
Yeah,
not
man, that-
my realm, but there's a segment of the tattoo game that's like looking for like whales to like poach on.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's like
No, that's absolutely.
That's one of those. Some people gonna get got.
Yeah, and there's that, and there are artists that like only exist to work with a certain type of clientele, and
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna-
true.
They're gonna
That's
squeeze that like
Yeah.
they're
They
gonna
know they're
squeeze
wring
it
that
dry.
dry. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I feel like that's the Tattoo Gate situation where it's like, hey, this is a technique and system set up to like squeeze.
It's not meant for the everyday tattoo.
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
average
for
tattoo.
sure,
Yeah.
100% not like
Yeah,
average person would be
Yeah.
like,
I mean, we got a couple of shops in Atlanta that do that.
I mean,
know?
well, kind of tattoo cake kind of originated. That person wasn't from, but if you know the realm,
theory,
yeah,
the
yeah,
theory it
Yeah.
started in Atlanta.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But but I mean, I'm all for artists like knowing their worth and definitely getting what you're worth. But me personally, I just feel like you should get your worth, but not at the expense of like ripping. Well, I mean, it's hard to even say that because like I said, it's subjective. Because like I could say something that's like worth around this much, and then another artist could be like, well, personally, I think I'm worth twice that or three times that. And if they got clients to pay, then I mean, salute to them. So it's
this is
just
literally what I literally tell clients. to
Everybody
their
got
face.
different demographics of clients. So
Yeah,
it's kinda
yeah.
Like,
They spend it, they spend it. I'm not literally reaching my hand in your wallet and saying,
Yeah.
all right, give it to me. Like, you
I
can
think
walk
the
out
most-
the door
yeah.
freely.
the most important thing is like it don't really like as long as you are doing fine and it won't really affect your business.
No.
Like I said, like they were saying, like they look for a specific clientele,
Yep.
and if that's not your lane that you're in, then it ain't really gonna
They
affect you.
looking for
Ain't-
the kids of the
Yeah.
CEOs. Like,
Right.
oh,
So-
you 20, your dad run Walmart. Oh, I know you got the money.
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's hey, everybody got their lane. Just figure out which one's yours, really.
We got the cheap demographic,
Yeah.
middle class.
But shoot, let's go ahead and dive in a little bit, man. So how's tattooing in general been for you these past couple years? I know industry as a whole has been kind of up and down,
I
but
would say between 2020 and now.
Man, well, 2020 was definitely like coming out the pandemic was. I feel like that was big for everybody.
yeah.
Like I feel like I've been pretty consistent throughout. There are
Okay.
definitely like ebbs and flows, of course, but like, I try to structure the way I work in a way where it's like I'm not killing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I still like I only work like 4 days a week
Yeah, that's beautiful.
for the record, but like I will like
Kind of squeeze that extra day in if you got to.
yeah. Lately I've been squeezing in some extra days.
Nah, I mean,
Alright.
hey, I don't
Do you
blame.
think, even if you squeeze in extra days, you could be like, I could come in half a day. Like, the way how the tattoo is full day. half day.
Yeah, but just me at my best
Mhm.
is working 4 days a week.
Correct.
feel
That's
the
one
same.
tattoo a day. That's like
You get to really,
sleeping
yeah.
8 to 9 hours. That's working out in the morning. That's eating properly. That's like me being balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I step outside of that and pick up an extra day here and there, that definitely throws off the balance a little bit.
Nah, I could
And
definitely.
like
feel
we
that.
always say, that's not fair to the client. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, like I think we all got it in us.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
got it.
Like,
That's that hustle, right?
Yeah, we gotta pull it out. We can pull it out. But just if I had to like just for consistency's sake, That's where I need to be. And then I'll step outside of that every now and then if I'm traveling or if I'm like trying to meet the like demand of clientele or if I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, just make some stuff work.
Yeah.
No, that's good, man.
So during that time for the demand of clientele, how do you kind of set it up for you to work at the best of your ability?
Man.
You just go with the flow with it, or,
I mean,
or you have a very strict system. You would say.
Okay, so all right, this is where I'm gonna derail from like
go for it.
like I know like a lot of people come up here and give like good tattoo advice.
I mean,
But
We ain't gotta do that all the time.
I don't necessarily work in a way that's like ideal for most tattoo artists.
so don't try this at home. Basically,
don't
all the
try
young
this
right. This for the.
It's probably that 1%. Hey, I think just like that dude.
I mean, it might be artists out there who work
maybe
just like you, and it's
'cause-
like, oh, damn, I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I've been talking to some tattoo artists, and I'm seeing like I'm like, oh, you work like that too? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But now I'm more like my day is a full day, like maybe morning to night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
When
you
I'm
do.
working on like a bigger piece. It's like
I'm assuming you go to the shop and design with them there.
yeah, with the
okay.
client, yeah.
Okay.
And I've
People do that.
been doing that for a few maybe 7 years now.
So what time do you go in to start your day? You would say.
Oh, you start a day at like 11.
Okay.
Do like a consult for like an hour, then design for like an hour. Then
okay.
maybe that consult / design time might be like an hour to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Depends on.
I just drew a design yesterday for 2 hours.
And then we'll do a break while I get the stencil together, and I might eat, and they might eat, and then
So it's
I'll
a whole
usually
experience.
tattoo from like 5 to 7 ideally, but
Okay.
it could be 5 to like
9, 8. Right.
12 hours.
Nah, I understand.
5 till we give up. Like,
yeah.
That's good though. You
gotta
don't
go
rush
home.
the process though, man.
No, I'm very much like I probably spend too much time on placement and like proper fitting.
I don't, because it shows in your work though.
It shows.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's something that is like
Your composition is
yeah,
always
just
A1. bro.
OCD to me, but I feel like most people are just cool. Just they get it on there and they go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's try a couple sizes.
So never the first stencil is.
No, I'm not necessarily saying the first stencil because I'm always aiming for that. Like, I want to hit that 3-pointer the first time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm big on like printing out a couple different sizes
before you even get to the
seeing
stencil,
what
yeah.
fits right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like last minute adjustments before we start. You might tweak something.
Okay. No, that's dope.
I'm very much like intuitive with the client as it pertains to like just getting stuff right before we start.
Right.
yeah.
And that like when I used to draw ahead of time, that I would have like an emotional connection to like the drawing.
No, I understand that.
And the placement, and then the
understand
client might be like, "Well, yeah, like I want to."
Oh, yeah. Then
Yeah.
smack in
it
the
needs to
face.
be like this.
Right.
Damn.
It's like in my mind, I already put it here.
Yeah, no, literally. And I mean, I might be like, "Yo, I spent 5 hours drawing this." Like,
No, because I'm a
This is the way it
design
needs to
before
be,
kind of guy,
like-
so I definitely feel that way sometimes.
but when I let go of that, and like probably the majority of my clients travel,
Yeah. So
so it's kind of like,
you got that pressure.
well,
get
no,
it
because
done.
it's like even if we corresponded beforehand, which we may or may not have directly, this is my first time with the face to face with them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
You don't even know their body.
Yeah, I don't know their body. And I think even more important than that or bigger than that is like clients aren't the best at articulating what they
Yeah.
want
Oh, yeah.
through email
Yeah.
or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or just in general. You might they might need to be asked certain questions
Yeah.
or I might just need to feel their energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might need to just
Absolutely.
see them and be like, nah, you ain't into that. Or you know what I'm saying? Or like,
Yeah.
it's almost like I'm almost like their attorney in the sense of like advocating for this person
I can get
Okay,
that.
in ways that they may not know
Yeah,
or may not be able to articulate that is for the best interest of the overall
Nah, that's a
tattoo design, and I might not get that ahead of time, or I might get it and I might be like, yeah, I know what this is gonna be, and then I get there and like I was wrong. And then we gotta start from scratch, and if I spent a bunch of time beforehand, like I might I might feel some type of way. You
Right,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, I
Like, so it's
absolutely
just
agree with
like
that.
to be as even as possible. It's like, all right, tell me about what you want to do in your words. You know what I'm saying? And they,
You ever have clients give you trouble? Like do they feel a certain type of way because you don't have anything ready on the day of until you get there, or is they kind of understand like this is how you work?
I haven't had anybody articulate that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
That's
can't
good.
speak on anybody's behalf, but nobody's ever said like, I needed to see the drawing. And I'm pretty fast about creating designs.
Got you.
Especially when I'm like, okay, I know what's happening here. Like I know what I get. I get
can
when
read
I
the
get the
room.
vibe. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, for sure. And like, I'm big on energy,
Yeah.
and I feel like the energy I've been able to put out comes back to me in a certain type of way that like it's rare that a client comes in and they're fully on a different page.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they come in and they're like, hey, I know what I told you I wanted, but I want something different. It's usually still in a lane that like,
Pretty close to it.
yeah, which is
Similar.
still like in line with something
Yeah.
that I would do normally. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
like I'm a big proponent of like, just that idea of like when you put out like comes back to you.
Yeah, I can get that a lot, especially like you do your little email forms or whatever. Yeah, they'll say certain things like, oh, I want this tattoo this way and this way. But then, if you say, for instance, you did design beforehand and, they'll be like, oh, I like what you did. But then you can tell just like off body language. This is like, nah, you don't like that. You lying to yourself at this point. You trying to convince yourself. Like, all right, so let's sit down. What do you not like about it? Well, I said it was okay. Nah, you don't like it. Come on, tell the truth.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing, and I always want clients to like, just feel as safe enough to be as open
Right.
and honest. Like, I'm not.
No, it's artists out there
it's
who
art. So it's some margin for error.
exactly.
So it's like I've had clients be like, I presented the designs to a client, they'd be like, "Nah, I was thinking something different," and it just kind of is what it is. Yeah, it's just
you
like,
just
all
gotta
right.
eat it, man. Shit, yeah. But so I actually want to go back earlier. You said a lot of your clientele is from out of town.
Yeah.
And of course, you built up a big following over the years. Like, do you feel like there's any like kind of one, two things you did differently that kind of was able to expose you to that larger clientele base, or was it just like really just from doing good work? Yeah, and you just got out there.
Man, that's a loaded question.
It is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think very early on, I was an internet dude.
Yeah.
Like in
But
rap.
it's funny because now you're very, I would say,
low-key now.
low key.
Yeah, you're very low-key now.
I was actually gonna say that later on.
But early on,
You already said it.
Like there was a podcast about hip hop that was talking about the blog era in rap,
Yeah.
and I feel like I come from like the blog era in tattooing. Like
Yeah.
before
For these influencers, kind of
Yeah,
like
I mean,
right.
before Instagram was Instagram, like all the big artists had blogs where they would talk about their process.
Got
and they
you.
would give you like, here's the drawing, and then here's the tattoo, and then here's what we listened to or whatever. Like my early influences, like Mr. Cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon.
Or,
Or like Nico Hurtado or something.
Nico, like I'm sure even Maya,
Yeah,
so
Maya, oh,
like
yeah.
just the mainstream artists all had blogs where they
Yeah.
went real in depth. They might like write a whole like write up about like their day or something like that with the client. And that was my early stages of like interneting in just putting the process out there.
Yeah.
And then I had my own little kitty blog.
Yeah, your digital platform.
It
And
was
stuff.
out there.
Yeah.
It was out
And-
there.
So how do you at the present time now? How do you kind of balance, your social media now? Because it seems like as soon as you're on there, you back out.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out right now.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, we go through these eras. Like there was the blog era, then there was the early Instagram era, like the Apple Instagram.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when you couldn't even get on it.
Yeah. Then there was like there's been these evolutions, and right now we're in a very there was a time where if you just posted good work, you would get
From that 2012 to 2015, 16.
all you had to do is post a good tattoo, and it would
You didn't have to do no.
if you did a good job, it would get traction. If you
It didn't have to
I'm
be.
not
a
even
good
gonna say
picture,
if you
bro.
did a good job. It's just just putting, being consistent will give you algorithm traction.
Yeah.
And now it's like
You could do the best tattoo in the world. And you
Start tap dancing while you tattooing.
Right.
but yeah, and then everybody wasn't on it either. It was just certain people that were on it aggressively, and other people who just was like, man, I don't care about that Instagram stuff. So I was not always, but early on I was very aggressive with embracing the internet, and I think that put me out there. And I mean, honestly, I knew SEO.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
always a
saying?
heads up. Yeah,
We're gonna keep it a buck.
y'all don't know that's optimizing yourself to
Yeah,
get found
just
on these
putting in
search engines.
keywords into your images, and and that I mean, there's a full circle to that also, but I mean, well, yeah, that piggybacks into the question also because it's kind of
people is just finding you, just typing in,
I've been tattooing long enough to where in the early days there wasn't a lot of work on the internet on darker skin tones.
Yeah.
How long you been working? You have an estimate?
What,
Man, 15 to 20.
15 to 20?
15 plus.
All right.
I remember when I came
15
in.
plus, because I feel like we came in around the same
You
time.
was a little ahead of me, so 'cause I remember back when I used to hang out at West End. I think that's when you had went to your private studio for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
So at that point, you was already kind of building up that traction.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, I consider us coming in around the same
same
class.
generation, same class, like you said.
But yeah, there wasn't a lot of tattoo on dark skin on the internet.
Yeah.
So people would come in with like picture printouts,
Yeah.
Oh, my.
and it would never be tattoos
somebody
on
do that.
black people.
Oh,
It would
yeah.
always be tattoos on white people. Always.
Mm-hmm.
So once I kind of hacked into the search engine optimization, so a lot of my work went straight into the internet algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it was all the generic tattoo terminology, Black
Smart.
Queen, Africa.
Right. Nah, bro, it's genius. I would probably say you
whatever. I don't know,
Black
that.
tattoo artist.
Yeah. So I and honestly, I'm not an internet technology person.
Yeah.
I just knew
know how
okay,
it
this
works.
is the thing.
right.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of I'd be oh wow, I'm in the Google, or in the front
Right.
of Google. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Early on, without much
That was
effort.
big back then, yeah.
And that was wow, okay. And then Instagram started to bubble, and then I was oh wait, Instagram is favoring the god.
For real, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that connected to me being attached to a wider audience.
Right.
Early on, and that was that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think
Absolutely, yeah.
that added a lot of weight to the work I was doing, because it's kind of wow, somebody traveled to
Nah, for real, man.
and not only that, but it was always been a lot of heavy hitters in Atlanta.
Yeah. I tell people, man, Atlanta is one of the meccas of tattooing, especially
Atlanta
for dark
is
skin, bro.
One of the meccas of tattooing for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe the entire world as it pertains to tattooing on dark skin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
absolutely,
Hell
absolutely.
Tattooing in general, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tattooing on darker skin
Nah,
tones,
we made a statement.
Nah, bro. Like, how many heavy hitters are? It's countless. Like
countless
heavy hitters out here,
Throw a
bro.
rock.
It's like it's insane, bro. So if you can make it in Atlanta as a tattoo artist, like I feel like you can make it pretty much damn near anywhere. I would say.
Yeah.
Like, so if you out here, shout out to you.
No, for sure.
For real.
The competition is fierce. Tattooing on dark skin is as talking about it is as taboo as talking about money.
Yeah.
If not more. I'm known for tattooing on dark skin.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Right.
I don't fully agree with all the conversations I hear around tattooing on darker skin tones. Like some stuff I do, some stuff.
So what's some stuff that you disagree with? Let's get into it, man.
You trying to get me in trouble?
I mean,
Shit,
I
you want
mean,
me to take it?
So
I'm already in trouble now.
we edit, man.
to take it?
If it's too bad, we'll cut it out.
Oh yeah, shit. Fuck it.
Okay.
I mean, you one of the. I feel like you one of the ambassadors for great tattooing on darker skin. So if you can't talk about it, then shit, nobody can talk about it, right? So
I'm going to talk about it, but
Give me a
I'm
mic.
fully aware that my viewpoints aren't fully in alignment with like
I mean,
maybe
Oh,
the rest.
okay. I see what you're saying.
I mean, hey, to me, that's the beauty of tattooing, right? Like it's
We ain't
There's-
all gotta agree.
yeah, we don't all got to agree, but we all in this, right? And it's good to have different opinions and different ways and methods to approach something. Because I honestly, bro, I'll probably have some opinions that differ from the majority of some other people too.
No, I got a different opinion.
So
about
I mean, don't feel alone with that, bro.
I mean, no, I'm not. It's not that I'm alone with it. It's just there are certain things that I'm still working through myself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
like for example,
Still
I struggle with the idea that like we should tell people who they should tattoo.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is such a divisive.
Like, and I'm aware that we live in a bubble. Like I operate, my environment is a bubble for us, by us, whatever. And I'm aware that there are areas that aren't like Atlanta.
right,
Where it's like you might not have access to your favorite black tattoo artist,
Right.
or just
Oh,
somebody
okay.
who looks.
I was
like,
a little lost. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, no.
I get what
I'm
you're saying.
tiptoeing.
Yeah.
I caught it.
Look, I kind of go. Let me. I'm assuming you mean like some people, some artists would. It's kind of divisive sides, right? It's like it's saying like, well, hold on. All right, when hold on.
He got the gun. He ready. You're like, yo, what are you?
I'm not afraid to use it. Goddamn.
They don't know how to get off this list.
But I'm assuming you mean like some artists think that we should educate all artists and all artists should know how to tattoo on darker skin, whereas some people might feel like, well, if they don't want to tattoo darker skin, then why should darker skin clients go to them? They should come to the artists who value their skin and know how to work on it.
Yeah.
You
So,
articulated that perfectly.
Yeah. And then one of my biggest pet peeves that I used to hear, I didn't start tattooing until 2020, but 2016 people used to always say, "Oh, I used to go to a white artist because they thought they were just better." And
Yeah.
they
Oh, yeah,
forgot
that was
about
the
us.
thing.
100%.
Like,
It's so many ways you can slice it up, bro. It's because it's things, you know. It's like you said, it's things in our community that's messed up, and there's things in in other communities that's like a messed up mindset. But
Yeah.
it's at the end of the day, I do feel what you're saying. And honestly, I kind of feel the same too. It's like I'm at the point where it's like, you know, if someone wants to tattoo darker skin one, they'll learn. Nowadays, it's so much info out there. It's so many ways to just find out and educate yourself on it. So if you just don't want to, then that's fine. Just be real about it though. Don't be fake about it. That's what I hate.
Yeah.
A few years ago,
I think what it is from their perspective is they don't want to come off as racist. I'm just gonna say that word.
I mean, I get it,
and
but
then
fuck
the
it,
second
like,
one is like they say, "Well, what if I had to say, oh, I just don't know how? Did you ever try to learn?"
to me, that's being real. Like
Yeah,
just say like I'm not good at that.
Mhm.
You know,
man, I can't cape for that. But
Okay, go.
Hey,
Yeah.
but
I'm not defending it. I'm just pointing it out.
it's because it's like I said, it's very touchy because it's kind of like my like a few years ago, like there was that whole like it was like a whole internet movement around like tattoo, dark skin tone, all that.
I already know.
Like calling out artists for not wanting to tattoo black
Bro, we feel a certain type of way about this.
and I mean, like,
feel, yeah.
you know,
Just
like,
know I was mad in 2020. Like, I was pissed.
I mean, everybody was mad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
Like,
kind of
no, I was
like
mad.
maybe they are racist, maybe they're not. But it's just kind of like
I can't cape. Like you said, I can't cape.
I can't just justify
Yeah.
giving my skin to somebody who doesn't want to tattoo me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like, yo, what are we doing?
Hey, you know what?
Like that.
You know what? They always had that mindset of.
No, go ahead.
They always had that mindset. Oh, it's not that I don't want to tattoo. Yeah, you might be a good person at heart, but your actions do speak that you never tried.
See, but one thing let me follow what you said. I think certain part of it needs to fall on clients now too, because it's like, why do you
At this point,
why do you why do you go to these artists who don't have any, you know what I'm saying, darker skin, brown skin photos in their portfolio, you know what I'm
We was
saying?
sitting
Like,
right here.
it's like, right,
who are we
exactly.
as artists to say like you need to tattoo our people?
right?
Right.
Hey,
Like who are we to say like
Hey.
all right.
I said that.
Let's almost like let's take it to music. It's almost like, hey, we're rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would we go to a country music producer to be like, hey, make songs for us?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because a lot of people was okay. So about the pastel
It's
colors,
the whole new culture though. Bro.
it was about the pastel colors. What I was screaming was, if the person said, "Oh, my style is not good for your skin tone," and everybody's getting mad, why the fuck you trying to change this dude? Why? Leave him alone.
But
Come
that's
on.
that's the new culture now.
but
It's
it-
like
yeah.
it's
but and I'm
yeah.
also aware that like it's like the I don't want to say civil rights, but it's like the separate but equal. What was that called?
Segregation.
Segregation.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
kinda
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, we got our own stuff.
Yeah.
Let them have their schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then it's like their schools might be getting more funding. So then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, what are we talking about? So it's like
Yeah.
it's tricky.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I
Like
understand it's all about
I
the ways,
understand
man.
there
Yeah.
are nuances to it,
Exactly. It's
but it's difficult for me personally from the environment that I live and work in. Like I work in East Point. Like,
Right.
I'm from North Carolina. I'm from a not diverse area. No, like I live and work in black spaces. So it's weird to hear people fighting
yeah.
to be accepted by spaces that isn't being welcome to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we're not supposed to say that. I know there's a huge movement right now that's still around. Like, yeah, if you can't tattoo dark skin, then you don't know how to tattoo. Maybe, but like, I just don't want to. I don't. My skin is precious. Like,
I don't want to be
I don't
your
want to
crash
take
test
my
dummy.
skin to somebody who is tattooing me out of spite
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
or out of experimentation.
Yeah.
Or out of like, let's see how
I don't
this
want to
goes.
get canceled, so let me,
and I
let
mean,
me do this.
like,
real quick.
fuck the skin tones, like
Complexion.
culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't understand my culture, you like a lot of what I do speaks to like being able to tap into who people are and then translate that. And
Right,
it's
right.
kind of like that can only go so far from somebody who is a completely different culture
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
than you. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, it's been conversations like that.
Like
with
that,
friends and
I don't know. Like I said, I know you're not supposed to say that. I don't know. Like I might get some backlash for this, and I don't necessarily care because it is where it is, and I'm still working through it.
Right.
But like, I get a little cringy when I hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
like,
see it's like you necessarily putting an attack on anybody. It's more just how you feel about, just a thing in the industry, and
You don't
it
want
does
nothing
exist.
bad to
like,
happen.
We
I
can't.
don't
You can't.
want
Yeah.
anything bad to happen.
You can't
I
act like
don't-
it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Just turn the other way and be like, we're just gonna ignore it.
like that, giving my body, my skin.
Let me do a free
money,
color test on you.
right.
I'm not
time, my
experimentation.
attention to
Say no
somebody who doesn't value it is just
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know, it's
it's
weird.
questionable, man. But man, at the end of the day, it's like I've gotten to me personally. I got to the point where it's just like I'm almost like giving up on caring about you know, 'cause
that
it's just
one.
like it's like
Yeah.
it's like you can advocate so much, and then it's after a while, it's like, you know what, why? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like there's artists who are more than qualified to do it, and you know, it's why do we need to continue to push this that like, you know, everybody needs to, you know.
I'm kind of just focused on the clientele.
it's like,
Look, let me educate you real quick. Every time you sit down,
for sure.
I'll be like this, move this way.
right? Because I know for a while, man, it was like, because we dealt with certain
Definitely
stuff
say,
like,
for me, as a person who didn't tattoo between 2015 and probably 2018, like I saw that.
Yeah, it was a big thing. It was like even that like, where are your tattoos on black people? Like,
yeah,
and I mean, like, that's a valid question. You know, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Question.
But it's also like,
why are you looking at this person work if you don't see it? Like,
I think, yeah.
and if we're on the other side of that table, like, all right, let's say you only tattoo big people,
Okay.
and then you get a skinny person. Like, that's gonna be a long day for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just call it what it is. Like, that doesn't mean you push that person away. But
No, I understand
it's
everything.
like,
so
all right,
used
cool.
to one
I'm gonna have to
demographic.
readjust here. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments
Different
today.
compositions and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I mean, like man, I've evolved. Like, my whole tattoo journey is evolution. So like, I'm here now. I might be somewhere different.
Okay.
You know, I might be somewhere different in thought a year or two from now. But I just have a hard time with that currently at the moment. I'm sure somebody gonna school me in the comments.
Man,
And you know what's crazy? A lot of times, some people just see the artwork, but they don't know the mindset that we be in when we do stuff like that.
Yeah, man, it's and I know it goes back to the Atlanta conversation. It's artists that are going hard,
yeah,
like hard
for real, bro. So I'm just like, what?
for us. And then and I mean, to me, it's skin tone, and then there's culture. Sometimes they overlap, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I might be working with like a white client who like we vibing just like somebody else. Like,
right.
so that like those two things aren't always one and one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. It's
a great. It's not like a one answer fits all.
no.
Yeah. But it's
I
definitely.
will say this, at least for me anyway, especially since I do tattoo a large variety of clientele. When I do get in those spaces where people will be like, "Oh, I've never done it," I feel like I'm like this much above you. Like I got this like elitist complex. Like I could do what you do on any skin tone. Like
Yeah. I mean, I
can own that.
I definitely agree. Like, you know, I always feel like this. If you could do it on darker skin, then you damn sure could do it on any other skin tone. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
mean, y'all heard me say
it's
plenty of
just as
times
good.
with pride that all these colors is meant for dark skin.
Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, and part of my come up also is like,
And I like Theo's rule. Like, I say it with confidence in front of the client that nobody can work here unless you know how to tattoo on dark skin. Nobody.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro.
nah, that's how it should be. I mean,
But again, we live in Atlanta though, so it's like
it's like a given.
yeah,
We don't care how good you is.
It's kind of hard to say that
and
you
that's-
been like in the middle of fucking Colorado.
that's
like,
kind of
like,
what my bias is centered around. And
Exactly,
like I was saying, like part of my come up was like you know, as I was like tattooing for real, like I'm tattooing around
yeah,
black people, black artists, black clients, and like, you know, when I came in trying to tattoo traditional, because I felt like that's what tattooing was.
Is that like what you learned through your apprenticeship, or?
I mean, what's an apprenticeship? But no, I just wanted to be accepted by the community, and I felt like
yeah.
like traditional was that was the
kinda
Marines
go-to,
of the
yeah.
tattoo shit.
Right.
So like a lot of my, like I was doing Flash, it was all traditional, and then like at a certain point through the years, it's like sometimes it connected, sometimes it didn't. And then I just started like, and I'm all tattooing black people.
Okay.
And it just started to hit me that like contrast is key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I read the how the fuck this book up? Tattooing.
Is it Guy Atchison?
Guy Atchison.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that book helped. Reinventing the tattoo.
Reinventing tattoo. That changed the game for me.
Oh,
because the irony is like, yo, he tattooed like biomechanical, bioorganic stuff, but he gave you the layout.
Oh, the
for
composition
like,
for the
composition
body?
and negative positive.
Yeah.
Like he was the foundation.
Oh yeah.
For my black and gray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, it was stuff that I was kind of aware of, but when somebody like points it out, it's like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, when you see like he had actual full diagrams.
Yeah. So and it's like I started using what I was learning from there on darker skin tones, and they're like instantly like.
So let's shift into that, bro. So like like I said, now you're known for your high contrast, black and gray realism, man. Like, so you talking about how you kind of evolved into the style. Like what else helped you kind of construct like your black and gray today? Because I think me personally, what I love about it, I think what most people love is just like you still get that depth and that detail, but it's also like you know how to manipulate the open skin, the solid blacks, and composition, negative space, everything. So it's just like it just kind of works perfect. So like, is this the beginning of like how you kind of evolve into the Danger Dave now?
Yeah, no, there's a big conversation around style.
Right.
How somebody should develop their style, or like, hey, I hear a lot of like try everything and then do what you want to do. I don't know, but like
it's a mixed bag of that.
Did you? Yeah.
It's like you get that, and then you get some people like, no, just hyper focus on what you got going on. It's like, yeah.
I lean slightly more towards hyper focus in this era.
Mm-hmm.
Like I started in as a walk-in artist, and that was like, know everything,
right?
'Cause, like anything might come through the door, and if you're in a walk-in situation, I think that's still preferred,
right?
But a lot of the newer artists aren't starting off as walk-in artists.
Not at all, bro.
Because the demand might not be there, or they might not be lucky enough to find a place where like that can feed them clientele.
Yeah.
But everything that is interesting to me now was interesting to me when I was young.
Okay.
That's really
and this is a weird irony. I didn't see that path.
Right.
Like I said, I tried to go through traditional. And
same.
And I was like, maybe
that same
one
kind
day
of
if
era.
I get good enough, I'll do new school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I was derailed by like, hey, I'm touching a lot of black people. They don't care about this shit. Like overwhelmingly, not all of them, but like for the most part, they just like interesting tattoos that are a reflection of what they are into. And and then I started seeing these overlaps between what I'm into and what my clients are into, and then I'll do something and it connects.
Okay.
Not only with the client, but like I said, I'm also connected with the internet, and then the internet like get a taste of something, and then they're like, oh, we like that.
Like you said, what you put out.
Yeah, what you put out it started coming back, and then like the like. From young, like, being attached to like our culture was just always a thing. Like subconsciously, like I wasn't reading like Malcolm X growing up.
Right.
I mean, well
shoot, I did.
I mean, the autobiography of Malcolm X is definitely one of my favorite books growing up. But it's just this idea that like, to me, there was a split between tattooing the way tattooing wants you to tattoo.
Yeah.
It's tattoo styles. That's like I said, like the traditional, new school, all the different styles.
Right.
And there was a lot of that I was seeing from my peers that were like tattooing for tattooers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great way to put it.
I saw this hack because of my background and because of how I came in the game. That was like, no, tattoo for the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I came from a background like my family didn't give two fucks about tattooing.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like still don't. Honestly. So it's kind of like, I was trying to like connect. I was trying to get acceptance from tattoo artists. Right. But like the big connection was like people who don't even like tattoos to like a tattoo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people who like our culture wasn't tattoo culture.
No.
It's almost like I saw like even when I was big in traditional, it was almost like we were trying to fit traditional into the black community.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, this not our shit. Like we don't even, maybe we don't have a name for our shit, but it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I'm like, why am I trying to force feed this thing that like people aren't into? And I don't see it like that, but I'm just seeing it in the things that are connecting and the things that aren't.
Right.
And then it's like I said, like I'm leaning into like, what would my neighbor like? Who like, you know, like they only interact with tattoos if they're getting robbed, maybe. like, what's the tattoo that they would see and be like, oh shit, like that's a nice tattoo, and that's like the genesis of like my style. And then it's like, oh shit, like it's a tattoo on a darker skinned person, but like I can read it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can read it and I connect with the subject matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not even just like I can see it contrast wise. It's like I can see it. It's clear what it is and it speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that like, and I mean, then you can connect that to like tattooing is like,
You know, I never saw it from that perspective. How you said some tattoo is tattoo for tattooers.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's been a big conversation here lately.
Yeah, that's
like, now that you said you started off as traditional. Now that I see the work that you actually post currently, I see how you saying you evolved from. It's not about me. It's not about the tattoos no more. It's about the clientele, and this is what I like. And I'm bringing the people that like the same stuff that I like to come back to me.
Yeah. I like I said, I listen to a lot of tattoo podcasts.
Right.
And they be like dunking on fine line tattoos.
Yeah.
People love fine line tattoos.
Yeah.
I like fine line tattoos. Like if I was to start right now, I might start off doing fine line tattoos.
Okay.
Like, you know, I just think it like everybody just, I don't know, like I like
what you like.
I like tattooing for the people.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I don't
that's
like
a great perspective
tattooing
bro.
for the conventions.
Yeah.
I like tattooing for the people who go to school and church and work in corporate settings and wherever they go. Strip club, I don't know. Just wherever they at. Like they are not looking to run into another tattoo artist and be like, oh, sick line contour.
Right.
Nobody care about that. You know what I'm saying? Except other tattoo artists. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we care about technique and application.
Yes.
And that's one thing that like once you can transfer that, it's like these other things are just as valid and important. You know what I'm saying? Like tattooers just like
you're not tattooing for your own ego, person. It's more so.
I mean, well,
you know.
I mean, like
it's a little bit,
of course.
I mean, let me be clear. I love tattooing.
Yeah,
like, I love the game.
Right.
Like I love that shit.
Same.
I like
got love for
the way the needle feels on skin. Like I don't even know if I should say this because it's like
do it.
Like like the tattoo outcome be the first payment for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the money.
Yeah. Honestly, there's times where it's like, if a client, like, let's say you're doing a tattoo, you really love it, and you decided to get that photo to get in your portfolio, and the whole time, you know, I'm just thinking like, what if like, you know, if my client like was just run off right now, like I'd be mad about the money, but I'd be more mad. I didn't get the picture, bro. I was like, I at least want to get the damn picture. You know what I'm saying? But
even the argument about like photo filters, like that's like a man. You like the comments under like these photo filter conversations online be like, and they're cheating. And it's
so
like,
are you saying like with CPL lenses or
CPL lenses for sure?
Yeah, I don't really see a problem.
I don't
with
agree
CPL
with
lenses.
the Paris filter. Where you kind of like swipe if you go in
go in the
Instagram
story
and you
and
swipe,
smooths it out.
smooth it out. I do not agree with that.
I'm not even familiar with that.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like,
but that also goes back to artists doing it for other artists and not just for like the people either. I've been hearing a lot of conversation about that.
I could just say anime tattoo artists do that shit.
My debate with the filter conversation is like, the tattoo always looks better in person.
Yeah.
Like we are fighting to get a picture that looks like
how it looks in person.
In person.
Yeah.
And to me, the filter throws that off.
Yeah.
But to not use it also throws it off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even more. Like sometimes I'd be like, man, my tattoo not that dark.
You know
like,
what
I don't even want it to read that dark. You know what I'm saying? Like I want these subtle tones to read through, and because I'm using the filter, it's like no, it looked like it was darker than it actually was.
Really, what I want, I just want to step outside and take a picture of it, get that sunlight.
But
yeah, I don't like
time we done at night though.
I like sunlight. Me personally.
I mean, no, sunlight was a big thing when I came up because it's like the best lighting, but like, I don't know, man. I'll be mixing in like, all right, put a light here, then put this light, hit it directly on the skin at a 90-degree angle, and if the
I've tried that too, but even with the sunlight, like taking the picture outside, it's still
it can be overwhelming, man.
Like, even like what he just said, it's still like it don't look the same.
Yeah. Don't look the same.
Like you can go outside and you look, oh, this look perfect. You take the picture, it's like it don't look like this. Like
no matter how you take the picture, it's not gonna be 100% accurate to real life, and you just gotta, like I said, you gotta see the real life. But like I said, I'd rather use a CPL lens than not.
Oh yeah,
because
for sure.
Especially like when you photographing brown skin, like you already know that glare is gonna be a major issue.
Yeah,
like
worst enemy.
It's like if I got something that can eliminate that, why wouldn't I? Because you already, what I'm saying, at a disadvantage when you get more glare on brown skin than you would on pale skin. So it's like why just like accept that when there's literally a device that 95% of the rest of the tattoo community is using.
Also since the last couple of months we've been using the cameras, that's probably like the closest. Like real life. The tattoos look
definitely like
I hate when I get home and I look at the picture and I'm like, ugh.
I mean, it happens, bro. But
I feel like, and it might, and this is the thing too, like that happens. Sometimes we get so used to seeing the picture that we kind of it implants a new memory of what the tattoo looked like.
Yeah,
we kind of forget how it looked in person because we've been staring at the picture, and then we see the client again. We're like, oh shit, damn.
Look a lot better than that. That's
that shit hard. Like.
Nah, I definitely be having that feeling too.
Christian, don't give me flack for this. Christian, want to know how you do your clouds and your reference.
Oh man,
you kind of answered, man, because you was saying how you add the light source and everything. So I'm assuming you.
Nah, that's a different bag.
Christian,
it's a different bag. Okay.
Oh, see. Well, basically, a cloud nigga, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like. I'm from North Carolina, man. Like I love nature.
Okay.
I feel like clouds are like this, you got to go to the mountains, you got to go to the beaches, you got to go to cities to see monuments, but then we got like clouds that just appear.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, you can be an elder too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around like the black church, where it's like. Like holistic iconography still does something for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that heavenly cloud feel with the doves just going ham, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like so I do have a mild obsession with clouds, long story short.
So basically you got to be about that cloud.
When I see them, I'm like, I got to take a picture of this, like you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and then I'll be trying to like recreate like the dynamic between like how the light is hitting the cloud and where like, the shadow. Even like I've been trying to crack the code of the perfect sun ray for years.
And it's still all right. Yeah. I like that. Like you really like molding this. When you do it, you're gonna be like, bam.
Like without a reference, I want to be able to draw a perfect sun ray cloud combination that feels accurate and realistic without having to look at something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my like
that's dope to hear.
Searching for like
once you get that, you're done, bro. Out the game.
Yeah,
they definitely gonna Google that shit. He's like, that's me right there.
I don't know, man. Like,
that's his pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right there.
Yeah, like I have this weird obsession with things that I'm gonna master if I ever end up in prison. So yeah, there's something there. There's something there. Like,
I mean, you definitely look special.
I be hearing like I thought I see something earlier where like like people be doing sleeves where it be like 70%.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Who said that? Where did I
Right.
see
I
that?
don't even know. I think it was just getting reposted.
I don't know. I seen that
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I want to do a cloud sleeve.
Yeah, you go hard.
I want to do
If it's
a
done right,
full
I'm sure.
sleeve
Yeah.
of clouds and like penetration of sunlight, and this is the outside of clouds, and then this is the lower side of the clouds, and the light is hitting through that.
But if y'all listening, you got an arm free. Let Danger Dave do some badass clouds on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be deep diving into stuff like that.
I mean, bro, it shows your work though, so it's dope to hear that you're passionate about something that to a lot of artists may be real mundane. You'd be like, fucking it's clouds. All right, whatever.
I mean, but
I feel like it's like that because let's be honest, a lot of us don't do like really good, realistic looking clouds. They be like real stylized and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I started with stylized.
Yeah.
And then I evolved from stylized to traditional clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might see a piece of mine that's like curly clouds with a light source.
Right.
And then I kind of got away from the curls to like puffy. And then like, now I'm still evolving that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like even when I like talk to younger artists, to get to like the question you asked earlier, like what I see a lot of artists not doing, it's like what I see a lot of artists not doing is not valuing the complete composition of a tattoo. It's like I'll
absolutely
value the face, but fuck the shirt. I'll value the the bird wings, but fuck the face. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just like like I'll see where all right, because even in the worst tattoo, there'll be an area where you're like, all right, you did good on that.
And you just gave up.
Like, why? If you would have gave the rest of the tattoo that level of attention and detail, like the whole piece would be good. But it's like I'm still learning to take your time.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of artists are just like rushing, and it's a battle for me too because like I would love to be able to do every masterpiece in like 4 to 5 hours.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, I see like really top tier artists, and they be like, "Man, I'm taking my time, sir."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like,
usually
not rushing that shit.
4 to 6 hours. And they be like, "Yeah, we're done for the day. I'm tapping out." Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like that part. And to get back to the drawing thing, it's like nobody likes to hear this because I've said this in seminars, and it makes everybody's eyes roll in the back of their head. But like yo, like draw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, eyes rolling in the back of their head.
Everybody thinks the magic is gonna happen on skin. Everybody thinks somehow like I'm gonna become a realistic master on the person's skin first. It's like I'm like yo, print the stencil exactly how you would for their skin and just do it with the pencil.
I've seen like 4 artists.
You know what I'm saying? Like
this weekend, like
practice it. I'm a cheater.
I've done that multiple times.
I'll make it small. I'll print it like this big. Do the drawing. You know what I'm saying? Like master my light sources or whatever that I might find tricky. You know, like not for every tattoo, of course, but like
something just it's gonna be a new challenge for you, or you really want to kill it. Like,
yeah. So it's like nobody wants to do that. They're like, all right, but like, what do I do with the tattoo? I'm like,
I've seen when you did dark. Was it dark? I don't know Star Wars, like the Dark Maul. I've seen him just like.
Yeah, I was doing like a color realism portrait on Dark Maul, so I was going to.
Like I draw all the time, but the drawings I do have all solved a problem for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In some way or another. You know what I'm saying? Like I figured out how to do this. I figured out how to do that. Like
I don't know how many times like artists come to me and ask like about color tattoos and like how to understand this and do that, and like I just tell them like just paint with acrylics, oils, whatever. Like that's what helped me learn how to blend colors, figure out color palettes, and see what kind of harmony works together. And they just don't. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, but like I said, I paint it for a reason. Like I paint it to solve a problem. Like
even if you do it on your iPad, do it somewhere other than the skin first.
Right.
If you're trying to figure something out,
exactly.
You might solve it on your own without even have to ask somebody. You might like oh, that's how you do that. Or let me try a thin line, or let me see how it looks with a thicker line. Or let me see.
Oh, trust me, with thin line, I trace at least 15 minutes a day.
Yeah. So it's like that. I don't know. I don't want to go too deep on that. But
We can shift then. Well, you know what? This kind of relates to that, but this kind of, I guess, turn gears here, get a little bit more general now. So, how do you feel? Do you feel like the tattoo industry is getting oversaturated with artists? I think this would be a good little touchy subject.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's a good take. Because a lot of people would be like, yeah, it is.
Nah, that's
So-
not, man. The tattoo industry in life is like, it's like a habitat.
Okay.
Like it'll get you out of there if you're not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like,
like
you can
that.
start off, but
yeah,
you gotta maintain.
Yeah, if you're not fit for the jungle, like it'll get
Survival
you
of
out
the
of there.
fittest,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like
Go back to Walmart.
or go just whatever your path is. But it's like I fully believe that like what is for you will be for you, and what is
Yeah.
not will not. And if the game is for you, then it is, and maybe something else was
Right.
for you. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
got something else out of it.
Yeah.
and in general, man, like when I first started out, there was this feeling of there is a set amount of clients. Like
Right.
we're beefing with the shop down the street because they running
Yeah.
into our, and then it's a dude at the house tattooing and he cutting into our margin. And it's like maybe that was a thing, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But like right now, I feel like this is the most clientele that has ever existed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the most, and more importantly, the most niche clientele.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like whatever unique thing you do, there is 100,000 people out there who are interested in that.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
you just gotta get to them, get in
Yeah.
their face, or, you know, like figure out a way for them to find out about you. But
Right.
like right now, it's like, and I mean, I don't even believe in just generic clientele.
Okay.
Like,
What do you mean by
there's
that?
Walk-in situation where somebody doesn't know who you are, but like
Right.
the best, to me, the best interactions come from somebody who is seeing what you do and is
Yeah.
interested in what you
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
Like
Like they researched, found you, and they like I chose you for this
it's
job,
like
right?
it's
So
like having an interaction with a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
Like right now, the past 6 months has been word of mouth, and I'm actually enjoying that more than people finding me on
word
Instagram.
of mouth is the
Yeah.
number one. There's
Yeah.
nothing bigger than somebody
That's a
saying,
huge
"Hey,
satisfaction.
this
Yeah.
person did this for me. Like I recommend
Yeah.
said person."
mhm.
Like word of mouth equals like 10,000 likes or something.
Shit, for real, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Yes.
even more.
Someone will like your posts all day and never get a tattoo from you.
Yeah.
They just,
Yeah.
like
That's
like
what
how it
I
looks, you
learned,
know.
Yeah,
But
like
I always
nothing
wanted-
is deeper than word of mouth. Somebody just, even if the tattoo don't even look good, just
Yeah.
somebody vouching for you
Right.
is like the most powerful.
think about it in our lives. Like how many times we was looking for a certain business, and we just like, hey, I went to this person and I like their work, whatever, and
Yeah,
boom,
one of the
you
most
went there.
unique ones was I did a tattoo on this girl that lives here.
Mm-hmm.
She went to London and had a fiance. He was like, "Hey, where you get that?" "Oh, well, whenever you want to come back to my home state, you can get tattooed by." I was like, "Yo, word of mouth across the world." I was
Yeah, no,
What
it-
the
it's
freak?
it's that deep. And I think connection is deep also. Like,
yeah,
and I think that's where this new age of like putting your face out in front of your work is, because people kind of looking for a connection. But it's just this idea of like, it goes to like even me talking about like meeting the client
Right.
for the first time, the first day. It's like if I have a feel for you before I meet you, that helps lubricate the interaction.
Yeah. Nah. I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fuck tattoos. Like it's just the way people are. Period.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's like it's no different than like you know how like when they say with like women like yo like girls like don't tell your homegirl like how your man is in bed. Like that's word of mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, it's just the idea that mentally, like a picture is painted. That like, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like
Mhm.
word of mouth and like in tattooing. It's like it's like I'm allowing. I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Man, like I'm just killing all the mystique.
Oh, the mystique. I mean, you had a mystique about you.
But like after my work started getting out there, like my client, like there was a certain segment of my clients that like they were designing tattoos for me in my style and then presenting it to me.
That's
Like
crazy.
not literally,
Yeah,
they not
yeah,
getting on Photoshop, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like, I see what you're doing, and like let me like bring something. It's kind of
Yeah,
like when you know what like.
Let me help you
If I
out.
know you're into Chinese food,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna take you to the best Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They like, I know you're into this, so I'm gonna bring you the best version of this so that we can get the best outcome.
That's dope.
That's
And it's
dope.
like
You know what I'm
a
saying?
reference
Like,
that you never even seen. You're like, where you get this
yeah,
from?
man,
Yeah.
like there are so many tattoos that like did numbers for me that like I wish I like. Oh, I might put in a caption like, "Yeah, homie came through with a dope design," and nobody cares. Like nobody
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
nobody feels what actually took place. Where
Mm-hmm.
like homie came through with an amazing design and changed the course of the way this tattoo came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I can't take credit for.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
clients definitely
it's
have
coming from my hand, so it's
Yeah.
gonna look like,
Yeah.
damn, you came up with that, and then somebody will be like, yo, just freehand me something like that one you did.
Yeah. Nah, man, like I 100% agree. Like some of my best tattoos have just been from clients. Like I said, they kind of like I said they already had the layout. You know, I just
They got
put
the
it together.
formula.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got
And they
the,
just like,
like-
hey, I trust you with this. Like you want to tweak it this way and that way, go ahead. But I was like, damn, this is a great idea. So I ain't even have to. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
convince
You be
to
like,
do nothing.
man, like that. Those are the moments where I'm like tracing that stencil, and I feel like they just don't know.
Appreciate you, my G.
All right, bro. So I know you kind of had the experience of doing both, like working in and walk-in shops, private studios, and then currently you at Tri-Cities, right?
Yeah.
And so that's you back at the shop environment. Like so like what draws you to work in the shop environment? Because like a lot of times these days, you see artists, especially like of your caliber, would like to go do the private studio route. So what makes that shop environment special for you?
Man, I like being around other artists.
Same.
Like I said, we did the private studio. That was dope. I mean, and even when I was in the private studio, there would be a thing where like clients might overlap, and they like end up talking, and they have like a dope conversation just because it's more than like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
The
saying?
tattoo itself.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's just that would just always add some interesting mix
Yeah.
to the dynamic.
Yeah.
And just like I feel like there's like a value in just being around other artists.
Yeah.
Just like sometimes you're around artists that care what you're doing. Sometimes you're around artists who don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you get to walk over and see what another artist is doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just something about being in an environment with other artists. I spent a lot of time at Pins and Needles in DC.
Oh yeah. That's
And,
where Aaron was at too.
Yeah,
A lot of people,
Aaron, Chris Mensa,
Chris Mensa,
Imani,
Imani, yep.
Roger,
Yeah.
and like their studio was like it was comfy.
Yeah. you got to be able close to everybody, right?
Everybody was intimately positioned.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you would just see it, like you'd be like, damn, them niggas like right next to each other. But like we would just have like fun, just
you'd be vibing.
talking and interacting with
Yeah.
people, even though we like,
Right
you know
on,
what I'm saying? Like, hey, let me swing my chair around. I need you to move your leg real quick. But like there was just something about, and I mean in general, like I'm big on family. And so like being in a shop that feels like a family is like kind of how I came into the game.
Right.
Even where I like started out, where like the tattoo quality didn't matter, like it was still like family feeling, centered. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like that. Just that part, just being around other artists has always been like big to me. And even if I go into like another private studio situation, like I will still be looking to create my own family dynamic with other artists.
Got you.
Like I don't have any interest in working with artists who like aren't good fits.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No matter their
I feel like
skill.
that's most people look for, even when they do the private studio. They're just looking for that, like you just said, that comfy feeling.
Yeah. No, for sure. And yeah, there's that. And I mean, there's other little stuff like it just feels better like working with certain type of clients in a more public space.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that means.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. It shows on your page, like when you tattoo at a Black Tattoo Experience, like you're always majority there to be surrounded and teach. And it definitely feels like connection is over there.
Nah, for sure. And I mean, like, and I think this new generation is just about like sharing information in a way that it was never like before. Like,
and I see y'all do drawing courses.
Yeah, man. Like, ideally, like, I have this fantasy of like a blog or a subscription page where like artists just come and like, yo, I'm struggling with this week, or where I like,
that's dope.
You know, like
Make it happen.
I wouldn't tell the truth. Like, yo, I did a tattoo yesterday, and like I was trying to get this texture down. Like, I don't think I got it. What do y'all think? But I don't want the client to be like, that was my tattoo. But I think those spaces are important. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm always trying to like hone in on like technique and like craft. Like, honestly, like this year has been like me restructuring my whole approach and technique to tattooing.
Okay.
Like, I've been doing seminars, just doing my own private work. Like, my goal was to do it publicly. Yeah. But like, I didn't want to let that get in the way of me getting to my goal.
What seminars are you taking this year so far?
I've been doing a lot of seminars with Daniel Roca.
Oh yeah, great
Seven
artist.
Studio. The last one we did was Mr. Nobody.
Oh, okay.
He's like an artist out of Italy that's been here for a while.
That's dope, bro.
But just like retooling, man. Like, you know, when you self-taught, like as a self-taught artist, I just have never felt like, okay, I got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I figured it out. I've cracked all the codes. I'm comfortable.
Nah, you gotta stay learning.
Like, I've never felt that.
I feel like you should be like that even if you had apprenticeship or self-taught. Like you should never be.
I don't know what that
satisfied.
Feels like,
yeah.
But I imagine that some guys feel comfortable like that. But I just have never had that feeling.
So let's talk like I feel like that's a mindset thing, right? Like you gotta have you gotta have a certain mindset to really Because I would say to me. I would put you in that elite category of tattoo artist, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, you a humble guy, so I know, like, you know, you may not feel like that, but me personally, you know, it's like, you up there.
Heavenly class, how the
so
hell
like,
you don't feel elite? What the fuck?
Right. I mean,
you said I was on top of the class. What?
Right.
It's like, this is
Look,
my
I was
thing.
in the plane earlier. Like, I was in the plane, like, looking at the clouds, like, oh, okay, so if it reflects. But no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But to get to that level, you gotta have, to me personally, you gotta have like that competitive drive, that mindset that you're always hungry, right?
Oh yeah.
So why do you feel like some artists don't like just feel that way? Like they just get complacent or they just are afraid to get out of their comfort zone?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's like, what's your why?
Yeah.
Like, my why is to like, you know, I've thought about this recently because somebody asked me like, yo, how'd you get into tattooing? And I was like, I mean, I just kind of stumbled into it. But then I really, really, really thought about it. And I was like, yo, like this was destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the perfect combination of like, I'm kind of smart, but like I'm an idiot in some unique areas.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
That didn't mean I didn't go into another path.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, like I was embraced by tattooing in a way that was what I needed at a particular time. And like having somebody who is like struggled with like acceptance and like self-esteem meant that like it was important for me to create something for people that could enhance the way they walk around the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once I started seeing that, like yo, a tattoo is
really
like,
changing people's lives, man.
Could be the most amazing haircut you got. That
Yeah.
Like every day you walked outside the house and somebody sees your arm, neck, leg, whatever, they like, damn, okay, that shit clean. Like just as you got the crispiest Boosie fade. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that feeling. Like yo, like you could be having the shittiest day and then somebody see your tattoo and be like, damn, that shit hard. Did that. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like or I mean like I don't know, like
it's like a forever endorphin boost.
It's forever endorphin boost. When I see a woman with like a beautiful, like an amazing tattoo, like she is 100 times more interesting to me.
Oh yeah,
like damn, who are you?
Like you actually like one spent money on this, like two, like you did your research. It's
so normal to just see people with janky tattoos that when you see somebody with like a dope tattoo, you're like, yo, what do you do?
Yeah,
like what do you do for a living? Like, you know, not because you could afford it, but just for you to have the insight.
Exactly. Yeah.
And not only that, but like to have a. This is one thing I learned that like
obviously care about yourself.
You care about yourself. Not only that,
value your skin.
Let's push that a step further. You care about yourself and you stand on something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like once I started getting better, my tattoos started getting cleaner and clearer. I started seeing there were people who it's like, I don't want a tattoo that's that recognizable. Like I just want to be tatted, but I don't want to be. I don't want people to think I'm too girly. I don't want people to think that I'm into this too much. I don't want. It's kind of like I don't want to be defined by my tattoo in any particular way. Like I don't want this to be a statement about me because I'm not sure about me yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't know. Like I just started to be so like amazed by my clients because it was like, damn, like you really about that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like impressive to me. That's like, damn, like
you stand on business.
When I was that age or when I was whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, aren't you a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? Like you are fearless. Like, you know, I don't know, like that part was part of my why. So when I see people who don't feel that way, I wonder like, what's your motivation?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what inspires you? Like what is pushing you or not? Like, cause some people like, maybe it's just like, I don't know, man, like bad, this is such a weird thing to say, but like bad tattoos just do something for me in a negative way.
Bad tattoo should do something to you in a negative way.
Like when it's new. When I just see somebody got like a new tattoo that's just whack.
It looks itchy. Like immediately.
This is the beginning of a whack journey for you.
Yeah, it's like.
But I've also done tons of bad tattoos.
Yeah,
and I hate to even say that out loud because like clients want to feel like you started off dope.
Well, is it one of those?
It's some tragedies out there. Goddamn it!
Clients want to just feel like, yo, day one you was ill. Like day one you was doing masterpieces. Like, and it's like, nah, I've done whack tattoos like everybody else.
Yeah, right. But it's. I always say is it like whack tattoos?
Yeah.
Like, but people be delusional about it. Like, man, this is like the best piece I ever did. Like, I don't see nobody beating this, and I'm looking like, what?
It's so weird because you need that.
Yeah.
You need some audacity to do this because it never not was a thing to me that like, hey, even if this is a smaller tattoo, this could change the course of this person's life.
Yeah.
Negatively or positively, like that. Just like I said, I didn't come from a tattoo background, so it's like I've always been hyper aware of how tattoos land on people around the people who have them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just never not been a thing that like you don't care about your tat. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't care who does it. You don't care like what you got. You just you know what I'm saying? I don't know like that.
I just want something.
Yeah, like that's just
you
got some people like that. And sometimes personality is all around.
There's tons of people like that. It's like
that's
that's part of the game.
Yeah,
There's tons of artists who like, yo, like I'm just trying to do a tat today.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I mean, this, like you said, it's a lane for everybody. So
it's a lane for everybody.
I had about 3 this week.
I mean, but I like that. I don't do cover-ups, but I like that somebody could be in love with somebody so much that they would do something that irresponsible.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? I have a rule for me. I don't tattoo like names.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm very.
but just certain age, all right.
if I can talk you out of it, you wasn't supposed to get it.
I even tell
what I'm
them, hey,
saying? Like,
I can just put like 12 drops of dynamic. It get light over time.
Yeah.
I say it right in front of the cover, like I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, no, I agree, but to me that's love.
Yeah,
That's like you ain't in love until you doing stupid shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you really love, man, I say go ahead and get that portrait, man. Get that portrait, man. Get the name, man.
Nah, the portrait is when you got caught cheating. I've definitely done some of them.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good shit.
Like, yo, like you really emphasized that you needed to get this tattoo right away.
Right here on my rib, baby.
Right next to my heart.
Not all the time. And I'm joking.
I love it. That was a great.
I was like, somebody gonna take it
Right.
serious.
He's like, wait.
You hear that?
Nah, baby. But damn, man. So I guess let's go ahead and kind of wrap it up. We got some good content, man. But like before we end it though, like, what you got anything you would like to touch on, man, or any kind of last points you like to throw in there that we kind of missed, or I know it's so much that tattooing is like a conversation you can talk about.
I
for days,
definitely always say it's 5 to 10 hours.
So I'm trying to decide if I want to
This
just
shit endless.
nerd out or like.
Do that shit.
Either way, whatever.
Both.
man.
Do that shit.
It's your
Both.
episode, man.
Nerd
So,
out. I'm for
My
it.
nerds out there, this.
I mean, on the nerd side, like,
Alright.
this is the greatest era in the game. If you can see it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never had this much access. We've never had this much, like, direct connection with a clientele for each artist individually,
Yeah.
not pertaining to their dynamic with the shop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, it was like, yo, you be like, hey, maybe I'll be good enough to work at that shop, and that shop will get me lit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now you can on your own, like, get
Yeah.
yourself lit, yo, like put yourself on, and then like other doors will open as a result of that. And I feel like with all the talk about like, oh, the game is fucked up now, and this, that, and the other. Now I want to dance on TikTok. It's like, I mean, find your own lane.
Yeah.
Connect with people, because there is a desire for connection with like artists right now that's more than ever.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's something that I struggle with also, because I'm not saying like I've mastered it, because I 100% haven't. But I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an OG now. Like, I was always like the youngest person in the shop, and now I'm like
They're looking up
still
to you
the
now,
youngest,
right?
but like,
Yeah,
but like in general terms, it's like
Yeah.
I'm finding like, all right, cool. I've been lit in a couple eras, and now I got to find a new way to get lit in this era. You know what I'm saying? And I'm aware of that, and I'm not afraid of that, and I'm not looking at that and talking shit about it, because it just is what it is.
Adapting with the game, you know.
You can talk shit about it all you want, but that doesn't change nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it still is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You either evolve or get left behind. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So,
And like I feel like I hadn't really, like, I feel like I'm the best that I've ever been, but I feel like I still have like 30% left on the table. That's like,
yeah.
Hasn't been touched yet.
yeah, I just hadn't even
Untapped potential, man.
Yeah.
like, it's a creative bag in my head that
Oh, boy,
like,
havened reached this final form yet.
yeah, I'm just keeping it a buck. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
I still feel like I'm at
Yeah,
50.
I feel like we should all artists should definitely, like I said, technically, like, yeah, I'm at the best I've been so far, but I already know creativity wise, like, there's so much left for me to, like, I need to, like, kind of get in that bag and just really take it to the next level. But
yeah, nah.
Yes.
And I mean, like,
Realistically, I feel like I got like 75% to go. Like,
yeah, oh yeah,
like everybody talking about like the Kendrick and Drake beef
okay, yeah,
situation, and that's a conversation in itself. But like, I think
You heard it on the Tattoo Podcast first.
yeah, but like, let's look at what's really happening. In this era, we've never seen artists at their prime this long. Never, like, Drake's run has been like what, 15
yeah. It's been a
Since
minute.
I was in high school, like
years.
yeah.
Kendrick's
2007.
run, J. Cole's run, like normally like artists would start off hot, get like 4 or 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and then like
retire.
Yeah, like what it like Drake kids like what 36, 37?
Yeah.
Like the same age as-
Traditionally speaking, they would be washed at this age, and I feel like our version of that is like yo, we still giving niggas work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still eating niggas in the post. Like I'm still wet deep behind the three. Like
LeBron era right now, man.
yeah, like
LeBron's still in, right?
you know, like it's young cats coming in the game every day, and we still like putting niggas on the bench.
I ain't
You know
done
what I'm
yet, bro.
saying?
Like,
Like,
you still.
you know, and in the previous era, we'd have been washed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'd have been
Oh yeah, like the NBA, like 4 or 5 years.
yeah, we've been the artists. Like everybody knows, like the older artists who is like,
Right.
right.
Young cats.
You know what I'm saying? And
back
we
in my
like
day,
got years in like relevance
Yeah.
still. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be in our twilight, not literally, but
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like
Transitioning into that phase, right?
I don't know, man. I still love getting on the court and giving niggas 50.
Nasty, man. Eleanor, you still got it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I don't, and I'm not even that
you look
old. You know, I just
Right.
I like
But in terms of tattooing,
yeah,
like
the game. I love the game. I
Right.
love like okay.
I think that's the biggest
things
takeaway,
changing.
man. You gotta have love for the game, bro. Like
Yeah.
saying, I
Yeah.
love this game, man.
What are we doing it? What are we doing
Right.
it for? If that's not the case,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if that's the case, you just hoeing yourself out to pay bills.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I'm a hoe and I like sex.
See what he did there? Hold the bar.
It's gonna come out weird. No Diddy.
No Diddy. No. Sheesh. But yeah, man. I think the biggest takeaway though, bro, for sure. Like, you gotta have love for the game. Most importantly.
I want to be in the G League, man.
Yeah. Some people just want to make it to the league and
Yeah,
they
I mean,
just happy with
that's the
but
thing. Some people just want to be like, I can do a good tattoo, and
Nah,
other tattoo.
I'm trying to get to the Hall of Fame, bro.
Agree.
Yeah. If there's a tattoo Hall of Fame, I'm trying to make it. So that's how I look at it.
Yes, they got this.
Like, maybe we can make it one day. We make it all
And as long as the
Definitely.
streets love me.
right.
That's
You good.
for real.
Look at along the street. I feel that.
Not literally, but like
No.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, do you want to be oversaturated mainstream, or do you want to be like loved? Like, you would never take this dude on in the underground type shit.
Both of them.
Yeah.
yeah, but like a certain level of both. Like I like
Basically, want to be like Kendrick. Like, you know, you got the
Yeah.
mainstream love, but
man, that
people in the streets fucking
that
with you too.
part,
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like to do it on your own terms.
Yeah.
To stay like for him to win this rap battle, whatever you want to call it, like in an honorable like
He did it straight just
he,
rapping.
like,
just
he
rapping,
did
just
it on
bars.
like yo,
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm standing on man shit. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like
Gotta
good
respect it.
versus
Yeah.
evil. And I love Drake personally. Like I ain't mad at him either. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Shit, but this is he wasn't equipped for this battle. I'm say that.
Art versus art.
But yeah, bro. So again, bro, we appreciate you coming on, man. Like I said, you done dropped so many gems and valuable, like just life lessons already in one episode, bro. So
Especially your mindset. That's
yeah, bro. So
appreciate it, man. Appreciate
And brought the good vibes.
yes, sir, man. So thank you, man. Let me hit that pause one more time, man.
No, man. Thanks for having me. And like I said, it's really just dope finally being here. I'm a cringe at watching myself.
I think everybody-
Man, I hate
honestly,
my voice.
I might
you don't listen. You don't honestly know. Like every time I watch it, I be like, ugh.
It's not gonna be as bad as you think.
Trust me, man. Yeah, it's like
we ain't talk about
we
it.
always are most critical of ourselves, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure everybody who's a fan of you is gonna watch it, and they're gonna
yeah,
they're gonna really appreciate that you took the time to
Is that it? Oh shit!
share more about yourself, man. Because I'm sure a lot of people was
Shoot, every time you go
wondering
live
how
on
you think.
Instagram, shoot, I be over there. Oh, I be in there.
yeah.
One of the views is me.
Yeah,
You
no, I
know,
appreciate it, man. I
yes,
appreciate
sir,
it.
man.
what the hell
Again,
you talking about?
but we out. So peace.
All right,
man.
yeah.
Peace.